What is up, everybody? I'm Michael Strawn, and I'm going to be doing a music video analysis on King Von's latest music video. I'm going to take apart the video and show you each technique that the editors have done. Out of respect, though, I will not be playing any of the music. So let's break down these techniques and let's see how he got from getting a raw image to a stunning, gorgeous image like he has in his music videos. Let's get right into it. Alright, right off the bat, I'm pretty sure they're using an anamorphic lens just because of the black bars being just really squeezed together. I could be wrong. I didn't see any light flares yet because, you know, the video just started. However, I am pretty confident in saying that this is an anamorphic lens they are using. Nice. A few jump cuts, all that good stuff, right? Oh, okay, wait, let's go back to that shot right there. Alright, this shot looks gorgeous. Now, what I'm assuming is that they got some spotlights, stuck them outside of this building or warehouse that he's in, and shined them through the windows. They also added in a bit of atmosphere, and if you don't know what atmosphere is, it's just fog. People usually add it on their sets to make it look more cinematic and have more depth. So yeah, this is how he got that image. It's a beautiful image, really good. I love it. Eating some takeout, all that good stuff. Alright, now with that shot that just went by, let me go back to it real quick. So with this shot in particular, they're using an overhead light, and they're probably using a honeycomb that they're putting over the light so they can direct the light into a single spot just for the head part. I can tell from the light bouncing off the subject's head, and the light's not spilling onto the background as much, so you definitely need to use a honeycomb if you want to isolate light on a specific place on a subject. It's just overall easier to control light with if you have the honeycomb. Nice, shooting in the sun, or shooting in the light. Good tip, by the way, if you are recording, let's say a wedding or a music video, and you're like, oh dude, alright, so the sun's like over here, let me point the camera away from the sun so you just get the face. Don't do that. Record into the sun. Overall gives out a much better image, unless you have like an iPhone or a low budget camera. Otherwise it's gonna completely blow up the image. But if you have a decent camera, like my Lumix G7, that's decent. If you shoot directly into the sun, it's gonna be overexposed overall. However, the detail that you're gonna get is gonna look way more cinematic than if you just pointed it away from their face when the sun is also hitting on their face. Nice, racking the focus, handheld. Alright, so from right here, I can tell that there's some glow around him. Now, how I would get glow personally is I would get 2 layers of the footage. I would overlap them, and then I would make one of them bigger, and then I would put some Gaussian blur on it. It will give you that glow effect. There's probably some glow effects tools that you can find and mess around with if you're trying to get this effect as well. Smoking. Alright, now this is a gorgeous shot. You know, when I was watching this video, it inspired me to do this kind of color tint on my RGB lights. And the way he shot this is sort of like the one with the warehouse. He most likely had huge spotlights on the outside of this apartment or this studio, and changed the RGB tone to probably something relatively close to this. And for the shadows, I can tell that they're green. And all you have to do to get that effect is you just have to go into your shadows when you're color correcting and raise up the green. They did the exact same thing in the Joker movie. You can get the same effect if you use DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro. Go to your shadows and lift up the color if you want some colors in your shadows. Alright. We're doing pull-outs, push-ins, basics. Counting money, just chilling, all that. Alright, so for that shot right there is jump cut. So they recorded 2 different scenes. One of them with the subject walking closer to the camera as the camera's pulling out, with the ominous figure in the background. And then this wider shot where he turns around quickly and sort of matches with the movement he did in the previous shot to make the 2 cuts seem seamless. And so that's what they did in this shot right here. Alright, another building. It just looks like it's lit by the sunlight. A good way to save money, always find like some windows. Instead of saying, oh, you know, I don't got these really big powerful lights, just record in front of the sun when it's next to the windows. It's a really good budget saver if you're looking to make a music video or if you're just making a short film in general. Okay, now that is a really cool shot. That is something I need to practice myself. So the editor, what they did was they jump cut. Let's say if I like did this, or actually let me give an example. So watch this. Like that. All you have to do is just sort of jump cut to like 5 frames, and that's how you would get the same effect right there. Oh, one more thing too. It looks like the subject's face is a bit slimmer, so I could imagine they're using on a 2x crop factor, which is the camera I'm using, so that's just what I'm used to. It's probably a 16mm or a 14mm lens up close to the subject's face. If that's full frame, that might be 20mm or 15mm. I don't know full frame cameras yet, but I'm pretty sure that's how they got this shot to make his face look slimmer right here. Alright, now this one looks really cool. Now, what they did was they recorded a clean plate, and what a clean plate means is they recorded 2 shots. One shot is just the room. The next shot is with King Von. So what they did was they put those 2 clips together. Now, I'm going to take an educated guess that it was probably a tripod, not a Rhino slider, just because the zoom looks really digital and doesn't look like it was actually manually done. So they just had a frozen image, like sort of like this. You know, how nothing is moving. In post, they added a digital zoom and overlaid King Von on top of the clean plate. Same shot in the warehouse. Really love that shot. It's a really good shot. Alright, now this effect, it could be practical, but I don't think it doesn't look practical. It might be, or it might not be. There is this plugin called the Pixel Film Studio's Surface Tracker, and with that you could overlay different digital masks. You know, you can add makeup, you can add clown makeup, and all that stuff, and I think that's what they're doing here, just because the lighting, in my opinion, is a little bit off. And it doesn't seem that realistic. However, I could totally see how it could be a practical effect that they just sort of made it stick out a bit more to draw more attention. They could be doing that as well. But I think they're using a plugin that is tracking the surface of his face and then applying that makeup digitally. Oh, nice creepy clown smile afterwards. And boom. That was actually surprisingly fun to make, actually. If you guys are around the Seattle area and you are an aspiring musician that needs some music videos for cheap, definitely check out my website, mysticproductions.org. Go to my contacts and you'll be able to email me. I would definitely love to help you out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so this information can get out there to aspiring directors such as myself. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Later.